Good evening, class. My name is Jamie Myers. I am your course director for visual arts in the entertainment and media industries. And this is week 3 virtual class. So today we're going to be going over 2.2, 3.1, and 3.2. So let's go ahead and get started with the visual research project. So this week, you guys are going to continue your research project from task 1, in which you guys researched a project that had pre-existing IP. Now it's going to be an opportunity at which you can make a poster based on the story that you guys wrote last week. So this is the task time is about 2 hours. This is due on, look, these due dates are crazy. This should be Sunday. So I'll make sure that that is corrected. It's Sunday, the 26th. So for this one, how will you promote your project? So you're going to research successful imagery for a project that was similar to your task 1 assignment. You can use any additional resources from your ice chest. So if we go back to our ice chest, we have the additional resources at the very bottom. This includes some basic information on movie posters, cover designs, prints, and magazine ads. It also has tutorials on 5 different applications at which you guys can utilize in order to make your image for this task 2 assignment. This includes Adobe Illustrator and Photoshop if you have already purchased Creative Cloud, or the free versions of Adobe Spark, Post, Canva, and Google Drawings. Each one of those are available via desktop, iPad, and or your phone. So you definitely can do this even if you just have a phone or an iPad. So let's see what you guys need to do. You will be creating an original image utilizing the different applications that you have here. You're going to create a movie poster, a magazine ad, or a cover art, depending on what specific type of project at which you guys pitched. So remember the requirements for this assignment. We need an image and text. All right. It must be legible. It must be in high enough resolution so it's not pixelated or stretched. It must look halfway decent. All right. And we understand that you guys are not pros at this. This may be the first time you've ever created something like this, and we understand that. We just want you guys to understand how to put something together. And if you have those skills, maybe challenge yourself. If you don't have those skills, of course, you're going to challenge yourself to create it, but you're going to be learning about yourself along the way and having appreciation for people that do this for a living. So questions 1 through 8, basic information. Remember, all of this information 1 through 8, you have already answered. So now it's the opportunity to take those answers that you did on the top of your worksheet for task 1 and take that information and add it into your picture. Remember, in week 1, you guys did the identify assignment. This is the same basic information that you broke down from an existing image. Now it's opportunity to take this information and build an image. So this includes your title, any kind of cast or crew, or if you have a product logo or product designer, which would be like video games or graphic novels. What's your genre? It must be understood while looking at the image. So if you need to, go back to the lectures in week 1 about promotional images and the different genres for those images. You can go ahead and make sure that you have the image of at least one character in your project and the conflict. So if you need multiple characters, please add multiple characters so that we understand what the conflict may be. You need to put text on there besides the text of the title. You need the text of the tagline, an image of the production company or client, and then how we can take part in that project, the deliverable. You also have some assets that you can use. You're not required to use them. However, it's a good starting point. It also has some PNGs, and that's what you guys need in order to create your image. It's something with a transparent background, so you're just adding the image and not the background that goes along with it. So what are you going to do? You're going to create that image. You're going to add these different elements in there. Once you do that, you're going to export that image as a JPEG for whatever program at which you use to create your image. You're going to save it to your desktop because you want a copy of this sucker. And then you're going to go ahead and embed it into the discussion board for this task 2 assignment. And below that image, you're going to break down what you added. So you created and you made sure that you added these different elements. Now you're going to tell me what elements you added. So I could just verify, yep, it's all there. First question, basic, is what was the software used to create this image? And then it breaks down the 1 through 8 that was listed right here. And last question, you have a little bit of writing and it's 50 words. You're going to list and explain at least 3 ways you can use that imagery in a transmedia campaign. So remember, it's may not specific be that image, but the images that you are creating, whether it's in some kind of billboards or all different kinds of transmedia aspects, different kinds of games, graphic novels, whatever. If you need a refresher on transmedia, you can always go back to the ice chest, scroll up to the top. We talked about transmedia right around here when we talked about the project options. There's 2 different examples. There's a whole bunch online you guys can research as well. So you're going to post that information, the image, the breakdown, the 50 words, and you're going to post that right directly in that completion section of this assignment. And it's going to look just like the image here. An image, bam, bam, broken down. Your rubric is listed there as well. 10% for creativity, and of course 10% for following directions. The image itself is worth 40%, and then we need to make sure that you break this sucker down. Listing, don't forget to answer the question about transmedia campaign. It's almost 10%. It's 9% for those 50 words. So make sure that you turn this in. And again, this is due on Sunday, not Monday. It looks like somehow a lot of these, the dates got wonky. So I'll go ahead and go and fix that. I think this is the second time that has actually happened. So let me see if anybody has any questions regarding this assignment. You guys good? You understand what needs to happen? Okay, good. All right. So we're going to move on, and we're going to get a refresher on task 3. So task 3 is due next Sunday. Okay, let me make sure that this is, yeah, all the due dates are so weird. I'm going to go back and correct all those. Can you use GIMP to create the image? Honestly, I don't care what you use to create it as long as you give me a JPEG and it has everything that is, required of that assignment. So that's perfectly fine. As long as you can create it and I don't have to teach you how to use that application. All right, so task 3 for this one, don't forget, due Sunday of week 3, this is correct. Go back, and what you're going to do is you're going to review somebody's task 1 post. Task 1 was due this past Sunday, who has not received response, excluding, instructor comments. Select one that you may have a background and interest. For some reason, this task 3 is really the best assignment for you guys. So we get so many good responses and feedback from students for this. So yes, task 2 and task 3 are due on Sunday. Okay, so I'm giving you an entire week to work on the image, an entire week to come up with all of this text and words that you need to do. Okay, both are due on Sunday. That is correct. So for this one, you're going to review those task 1s. You're going to break somebody else's assignment down. You're going to list the overall strengths and weaknesses, each in 50 words. What specific suggestions do you have to improve their choices that they made? How will you contribute to their project based on your discipline? So go back and explain as a whatever I would like to. I can collaborate with them in this manner. And then I would like you to provide an example of how you could collaborate with them. So you're going to choose one of the different types of tasks that student has yet created. So if they've already done this, then you cannot do it either because they're doing it based on their ideas. So you're just creating something to add to their ideas, not to replace their ideas. So you're going to describe their protagonist and antagonist in 100 words, or that would be if you were a writer. If you're a filmmaker, what producer or director would you choose to work on their project? Explain that in 100 words. Or you can create a logo or image of their title name for their poster and embed that image. And that's an example of what you guys can do to contribute to their project. And for the deliverable, you're just going to post that information. You're going to make sure that you reply to their students and say, hey, this is the good stuff, this is the bad stuff, this is how I can work with you. All right? And your rubric is listed right there. Don't forget to provide that example. It's a whole third of your grade. So make sure that you complete that. And again, you shouldn't turn this sucker in late. This is due on Sunday. So task 2 and task 3 are both due on Sunday. Okay? All right. Any questions regarding that one? Nope. I'll go ahead and skip task 4 and come back to it because you won't need to do that until week 4. And I'm going to go ahead and move on to the other assignment for this week at which you guys need to be working on. And that is going to be who do they work for? And this is the ICE test for who do they work for. This is due on Thursday. This date is correct. Looks like my Sundays are just wonky, so I'll make sure that they get fixed. You have until Thursday to complete this, about 45 minutes. These are some amazing videos and TED Talks from subject matter experts that can give you some great perspective from the visual arts at which you guys have been learning. We have a couple of great ones regarding writing and one on filmmaking this week. Writing for Modern Family, Andrew Stanton, who's one of the creators and writers for the Pixar films, and BB Conrad, who is a UK teacher, and she has a lecture here that has to do with how the film club there in the UK has impacted her students. So it's a really good one for you guys. So make sure that you get a chance to watch those by Thursday. And then you can start on the assignment, which is super easy. Due on Thursday, so your Thursday should be an hour plus 45 minutes. Let me make sure that, yep, those due dates are fine there. The instructions for this one, only one assignment. And remember, this is continuing your who do they admire and what do they do. Now we're going to talk about who do they work for. So this one you guys are going to choose, again, the project option that you've chosen to research. And then you're going to research one visual arts company that creates those types of projects at which you were interested in creating yourself. All right, and then you're going to explain basic information on that company, some research. So you are going to list the name of the company, explain in 50 words how the company began. In 50 words, do they have a parent company? If so, who? If not, they're independent. Maybe who did they actually work well with or use as a company partner or distributor? Who are the heads of the company? What are their positions? This is really good for you guys to understand. So if you want to work for that company in the future, you know who exactly you want to impress. What genre and type of visual art product do they focus on in at least 50 words? What was their big breakthrough? What even started their success? This is a really good one, especially if you want to start your own production company. You want to know how did the magic start? And is the company still making projects? Then what are they doing now? And explain that in 50 words. And because we are visual people, we want to see a logo of that company. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 questions, a company logo. This is going to be about 300 words plus a name. Pretty easy. And this is a research assignment, so at least 2 different site sources, one for the image and one for the company research of the content. Basic information, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Embedded image, cited sources, nice and easy. And you want to make sure it's relevant to your project option chosen. That's very important. That's 5% of your grade. Subs for turning in late is there. This is due Thursday. Any questions regarding this one? I have a question. I chose a different company than the people I researched previously worked for. Is that okay? Yeah, most definitely. It should be one that you are now interested in possibly working for. That is why, that is how you can get the most out of this assignment. Most definitely. Basic, nice and easy. Who do they work for? Okay? All right. Let's go ahead and take a look at the course at a glance really quickly. So this week, which is week 3, who do they work for is due Thursday. Task 2 and task 3 are both due on Sunday. So you have the image that is due on Sunday, and then you have the response for the collaboration, which is due on Sunday. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and start talking about the assignments for week 4. Okay, let's go ahead and continue with the task 4. Brian, I'll get your question at the very end, honey, since it's pretty specific. Let's go to task 4. So this one is about an hour and a half. As you can see from the assignment here, this is due on Thursday. The reason why I want you guys to complete this on Thursday because task 2 and 3 from the for the vision assignment are pretty written heavy. So we're going to be writing a lot for this one, and then we're going to be writing a lot for this one. So I've kind of broken up your writing there a little bit. So task 4. So for this assignment, you guys are going to reflect on the research that you did for your choices for task 1 and the image that you created this week for task 2. And then you're going to reflect on the entire month. So this is a good 500-word assignment. All right. And again, this is open now, and you can have this completed next Thursday. Due date is correct on that one. So for this one, you're going to basically answer the same 3 questions for both the research as well as the image. So task 1, what was the most challenging aspect to complete that worksheet? What was the hardest thing to find? What did you learn about the material? And then what changes would you make to that worksheet to improve it? I'm not telling you to improve it. I'm just asking you, how will you improve it? How would you want to improve it? You can take the information that you have received from your fellow peers for your task 3, as well as your instructor's feedback as well. And then you're going to answer the same 3 questions for the image. So what did you learn about image creation or yourself when completing the image? What changes would you make to your image to improve it? I'm not asking you again to improve it. I'm asking you, what do you think that you wanted to do that you didn't get a chance to do? All right, 6 questions, 50 words apiece, 300 words, and then continuing with another 400 words and 50 words apiece, you're going to answer the following questions. What aspect of the creative writing industry, the film or digital cinematography industry, as well as the media communications industry, did you find or learn and find the most interesting throughout the entire month? And then what skills do you have to be the best at your chosen discipline? So keep that in mind. You refer back to those skills from last week's what do they do, or you can go ahead and just focus on the chosen discipline that you have. Each of those in 50 words, nice and easy. You're going to go ahead and just give me that information in the completion section of this assignment. Each question is worth 9 points, 10% for professionals and following directions. The steps for turning in late is there. However, this is due next Thursday. All right, so we answer all those questions regardless of the degree program you are. Yes. You're talking about these? Yes, most definitely. So everybody, whether you're in film creative writing or media communications, you've learned about the other programs, the other industries. And so that's what you're going to tell me about, what you've learned about all of them. Yes, most definitely. Good question. All right, so that is task 4. Now, last thing that we're going to go over is what's my vision. This is going to be a fun assignment for this one. You're going to be doing the 500-word assignment right here for task 4. So I've given you an equal, very easy assignment for task 1. And then you're going to continue with the writing here in the last. Lots of reflection at the end of the month. Lots of reflection. So what is my vision? Let's go ahead and take a look at it. It's not open yet, but I'm going to show you guys a sneak peek of it so that you know what to do when you are completing it. We do not have a session next week. So you're going to have to refer to this one. So what's my vision? Task 1, you have a post, and task 2 is a reply. Task 1 is due on Thursday, and task 2 is due on Sunday. Okay, so task 1, super easy. Give us your discipline. What discipline have you chosen? And then you're going to go ahead and give some self-reflection. You're going to find 5 images that represent your vision. However, you're not going to explain them. You're just going to be posting those pictures, and you have until Thursday of next week to post those images. They can be your personal images that are somewhere on the internet. They could be images that you Google, but you're not citing Google, you're citing where they're located. And you can choose those pictures based on genre, emotion, style, theme, or anything else that showcases your style or vision. And then you're just going to embed those 5 images so other people can take a look at them. You are supposed to post these images based on what you want to create. For instance, I'm an art director, and the art direction that I want to create is going to be similar to this. Okay, you can use your own work if you want. You can, if for like writing and directing and writing, what kind of stories do you want to tell? What kind of emotion do you want to tell? What do you want to direct? Right? Basically, what kind of stories do you want to write? Producing, what kind of projects do you want to produce? Branding and advertising, you can give me some design, some logos. You can give me any kind of images that represent what you want to create based on that discipline. Okay? And here's my examples. Here's one from The Great Gatsby. That's 7, Fight Club, Sherlock, and Kingsman. So once you post those 5 images, then you're going to cite your sources. And easy for image sources is just right click, copy image address. And what it does is it gives you the actual JPEG, not the web page with 150 other pictures on it. I just want that image. So that's all you got to do for that. Super easy, like I said. Give me their discipline, 5 photos, and URLs. And that is due on Thursday. Now for Sunday, what you're going to do is you're going to use this amazing RISE model of peer feedback. And you're going to take a look at 5 images that somebody else has posted. And you're going to use that RISE model. You can see I've given you a PDF version of it. Here is a JPEG version of it. And right here is a breakdown as well, and a great link to the website for more information. But you should be familiar with this based on your creative presentation assignment. You're just going to break down their assignment and tell them what you think about their images. All right, you're just going to give them feedback on their images. And you're going to go ahead and reply to their images. So they're going to post their images. You're going to reply directly to that one. Each question is worth 22 points, 12% for professionals in following directions. Remember, this one is not due until Sunday of week 4. So you really have to make sure that other individuals have posted by Thursday. You can do this assignment early as long as you have people to reply to. Okay? And I have a question. Are we going to have to embed an image on all assignments? I got an image on PowerPoint with writing on it. I don't understand your question, honey. You can, like, for instance, you can use any images that you have that are online. So if you don't have it posted online, put it on your Google Drive or put it on Instagram or whatever, and then that way you'll be able to cite your sources. All right? I hope that answered your question. That is going to be task 1 and task 2. Now for task 3, you're going to be doing the opposite of task 2. You're going to use the RISE model of a self-reflection and reflect on your 5 images. And you're going to do that in at least 50 words apiece using the RISE model for self-evaluation. Image there, PDF there, link there. Nice and easy. Hopefully you'll be able to figure that out. And you're going to tell me a little bit about what those images mean to you and how you want to use those images for the future. All right, just take this time. You're just typing it in the completion section. Again, this is just between me and you. The other students won't be able to see it, so you can give me some thought-provoking questions and some thought-provoking kind of reflections there. Again, the rubric is the same. This is due on the last day of class. And again, this is weird. Let me look at the other one. Yeah, all the Sundays are Mondays for some reason. I'll go ahead and fix that. That's super weird. So again, these are due on Sunday and Sunday, just like the prosthetic lamp says. I don't know what had happened on that one. All right, so that is 1 and 2 and 3. That is week 4. We've gone over week 3. We've gone over week 4. Last things I want to go over is the extra credit. So extra credit week 3 and extra credit week 4 are the exact same, but a little bit different. You have 2 different options as you guys are networking with peers. First thing that you guys could do, you're going to go ahead again log in, create a new post, and you could do option 1 or option 2. Option 1 is to find a current event or trend in the visual arts industry. And you're going to include the following information: basic information, title, author, URL of the article that you find. And then you're going to summarize the article in 30 words and explain how it will affect the entertainment industry in 30 words. So don't forget, this is an entire course point. If you get that completed, it says 30 minutes. It probably will take about 30 minutes for this one. And or you can do option 2. You can find 2 students' other posts and reply to them about how will it affect the trend or the current event. Well, how will that affect the industry that you are entering? So it says, well, I'm entering in the creative writing industry, and your current event is going to affect me by blah, 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 blah. And that's going to be 30 words for each reply. So each of these assignments are 60 words apiece, and that'll give you an entire course point. And again, for the deliverable, don't forget to just give me the EM discussion board and the time at which you posted. This is weeks 3. Weeks 4 is the exact same. So just keep up with the current events and the trends that are going on within the industry. And let's take a look. So we have the mentors, current event or trend. We have some really crazy stuff that's going on right now. Ooh, Cannes Film Festival. Yep, we got students that are there right now. So go ahead and take a look at what people have posted. Very, very good, guys. Last extra credit assignment is the one that had opened up in week 1, networking with professionals. How many guys have actually networked with your professionals? Hopefully at least some of you guys, because again, the people that go above and beyond do have the opportunity to find mentors and get jobs. People have been very successful at this. So again, like I mentioned in week 1, you do not have to have feedback from that individual to get credit for this assignment. So all you have to do to get credit for this assignment is answer these 4 questions. The name of the industry professional, the manner at which you contacted them, explain why the person is unique and how important the person is to your network. You're going to do that in 50 words for each professional. Each professional is worth 3. Each professional is worth 1 course point, up to 3 course points. However, if they did respond back to you, explain to me what was the most influential tip or lesson. And if you do that, I'll give you extra points as well. And the big thing is just to prove that you contacted them. You can redact whatever it is that you want to keep personal to yourself. That's perfectly fine. But embed a screenshot of the manner at which you contact them, whether it was an email or a phone call or text or tweet or whatever it is that you guys did. We want to make sure that you reached out to that individual. Any questions regarding networking with professionals or any of the extra credit? Nope, you guys good? All right, we went over week 3 and week 4. So you do have a lot of writing that you guys have to do this week, as well as task 4, as well as task 2 and task 3. Citations. Brian, which assignments are you asking about? Where do we put our citations? Most of the assignments, you'll need citations at the very end. Okay, so for instance, what's my vision task 1? You're going to go ahead and post that at the very end. Okay, if you're talking about who they work for, again, you're going to be posting that at the very end, and so on. Okay, any questions, guys? You guys good? Hopefully you've learned a lot in this class. You do have appreciation for your work. You've learned a little bit about design as well as research and kind of what it takes to put into what work it takes for you to put into researching and coming up with some ideas and how accurate you guys need to be. So again, thank you guys for attending. I hope to see you guys around on campus. Please make sure that you attend some of the Hall of Fame activities that are going on right now on campus. There's a lot of them that are streaming. There's still more stuff tomorrow, as well as the Hall of Fame induction ceremony. So that's definitely going to be streamed. So please make sure that you watch that. It's going to be awesome. Have a great night, guys. I'll see you around campus and definitely see you guys at graduation. Bye.